Hey guys, Kurt from Time Machine Transport. Mr. Clyde and I are just out in the room, and I have my laundry. I dried my other laundry in the dryer, but some things I don't put in the dryer. So I just wanted to say Merry Christmas and Feliz Navidad and Happy Kwanzaa, whatever your ethnicity is or whatever. And also thank you for subscribing to the channel, and we reached 1,000 subscribers, which actually I didn't realize till just a few minutes ago. And I look like shit. I'm tired. I haven't slept in days, and my wife she sent me a care package. I got the best wife in the world. Hi, baby girl, I love you. She sent me a care package and got me a new Packers sweatshirt and a bunch of other stuff. What you doing? What you doing? What are you doing down there? And he's a lot of work. But anyways, I just wanted to say thank you. No, that's enough now. Clyde opened me up today and we were playing. Probably going to be a scar there, I'm sure. But so to reach 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, that's a pretty big deal. So I just wanted to say thank you, and also thank you for everybody who reached out and left messages saying, I'm really sorry for you being in Selma, California for Christmas, and that have reached out and texted me because I leave my number on a lot of my videos. And if you ever want to reach out, my number is 414-477-7845. But I just want to say thank you to everybody who reached out and said, I'm really sorry for your situation, and that really means a lot. But to be honest, I don't have my braces in, but it's actually closing up my gap in my tooth. The Invisalign braces. But when I went outside to have a cigarette, and they have a pool area here, so I let him run around, and they have a car place, a Selma Auto across the Highway 99, and it was like Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad, and but it said remember the reason for the season, and I'm down overall. I mean, just because of the situation with the truck and everything, but to be honest, this is probably one of the most stress-free Christmases I've had in a very long time, to be honest. Um, I think I'd rather be stressed out with the motor. Dude, what are you doing under the bed again, Clyde? This dude loves to go under the bed. I don't know. Anyways, so because of the running around when you're home, buying gifts for everybody, and going to this place or that place. Clyde, stop whining, stop. You went under the bed. I'm not going to go get this dude is so spoiled. His mother has created a monster. Um, no, I've created a monster, not her. Um, so to be running around, looking for sales and doing this and standing in lines and battling all the congestion and this and that and everything else. It's like, I was, when I did the video on the homeless people here in Selma, so I talked to this guy Coyote. Well, we talked for a few minutes. I was walking Clyde. We have our little route that we walk, and give me that. We have a little route that go get it. We have a route that we walk now, and a guy asked me, "Hey, you got an extra cigarette?" I'm like, "Sure." So I said, "Hey, listen," I said, I'll go over and purchase some things from Walgreens for you." So we bought him, some like canned chili mac and some chili beans and a thing of soda, and I bought him a thing of cigarettes and toothbrush, toothpaste, some food. Actually, you know what? I think I have his bag over here. Excuse my room. We didn't freshen it up today. So, anyways, so I bought him a loaf of bread and all that other stuff in there, and some candies, some wipes and everything else. And I talked to the guy yesterday and said, hey, listen, can you meet me over by the trucks? Which there's some BNSF trucks out here for the railroad. Can you meet me out there at 4 o'clock? Dude never showed up. So maybe he's a little skittish or whatever. So I tried, but I wanted to do an interview with a homeless person here and ask them, what is it like to be homeless, for Christmas or whatever. But anyways, I got to thinking when I saw this sign at the Selma Auto Mart thing on the freeway on the Highway 99 here. And yeah, I'm a little bent from drinking Jameson, so so um so I started thinking about remember the reason for the season. And like I said, this is mine is, I mean, yeah, it's very stressful. Um, having your whole entire motor ripped out. Um, and being the person that I am, a prepper in the truck, carrying guns and this and that and extra food and everything. And this stuff going on, like a lot of people don't realize right now. No, buddy, come on, man. I just don't want to play anymore, man. We go outside, we play. We go in the room, we play. That's all this dude ever to do is play. Play, 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 play. Play, 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 play. Go get it. And he's got the worst gas ever. So anyways, so when you're out there and you're, for the whole Christmas season and this and that and everything else, it becomes so stressful. Like, if you have a budget or you don't have a budget, but you have to go out and I know online shopping's a huge thing right now, but just to make sure that your children or your significant other or your wife or your husband or your mom or dad or aunt or Clyde, stop, man. If they have the right gifts, and there's a lot of stress on that stuff, man. And I'd have to say that this is probably one of the most stress-free Christmases, because I wasn't planning to be home anyways. Give me that. I wasn't planning on being home anyways for the holidays. But yeah, I mean, the stress. So I was the last couple nights I've been watching this thing on History Channel, the Bible or whatever, and I believe in God. I believe that we have a creator, but I have a lot of questions at the end of the day, right? I have a lot of questions. You know, as everybody should, right? So, I the whole meaning of Christmas, I don't know if you said happy birthday to Jesus today, but today's supposedly his birthday. Um, but have we lost, contact, and have we lost the whole belief or the morals or the reason for Christmas at the end of the day? And it's become so commercialized and everything else. And I remember one year my mom, she didn't have a lot of money, and my mom watches the channel. Her and I are not getting along right now. I hope she watches my videos. Mom, I love you. Happy or Merry Christmas. And but remember one year she didn't have a lot of money when we were older, and she wanted to just have the kids over. And she put up a tree every year and this and that. And Sarah, my wife, and I, we always get a real tree. But this year we didn't, because I was planning on being home. But I mean, it's one of those things in trucking. Like, if you get home, it's a bonus. If you don't, it's part of business. Do you always plan to get home during holidays? Absolutely. But it doesn't always work out that way. So, and I remember my mom had said, what are you doing down about this guy? He just sits there all day. Like, just nothing but play. Daddy. It's playtime. It's playtime, Daddy. Clyde, it's not always playtime, man. So I remember she had said that, oh, this year no one's getting gifts for anybody, and we should probably make each other gifts. And my wife and I make a gift every year for each other. Um, we buy gifts or whatever, but we also make a gift for each other. And it's just, it's kind of one of those things where it's just a nice thing to do, right? So, but anyways, my mom had said, we're not going to buy gifts for each other this year, and whatever year it was, years ago. And that was one of the best Christmases. It truly was, because there was no pressure on getting anybody a gift. We just kind of gathered around and had a great Christmas. So um, I just I guess I'm just doing this video because I just want to say thank you for the 1,000 subscribers, and thank you for everybody who texted me and put messages on there. Hey, sorry for you being away from home, and Jesus is not he's not the reason for all this. I don't believe it's it was just meant to be, I guess. But yeah, so when you really think you have it tough, um, look at people around you. I mean, if you have a roof over your head and food in your belly, you want spankings? You want spankings? Trying to hump me. His mom took his balls. Yeah, baby, you took his balls. So, but they say that if you clip a dog and you take their balls or whatever, that it's better for them, it's healthier for them, or whatever. But yeah, so I guess it's just dribble at this point. But if you have a roof over your head and food in your belly and you have money in your bank account and you have a great occupation and you're happy overall and you have healthy family, like my cousin Andrew just passed uh, just the other day. And I had my cousin Joe. Hey brother, how you doing? I know you watch my videos, and my cousin Michelle, and they were like, oh, I heard um, cousin Michelle or cousin Andrea died, and we were all close as kids, very very close. But we all grew apart as we grew older, and I really blame our parents for that, because they were uh, alcoholics and drug addicts and everything else. But they didn't like the siblings. My mom has there's a total of five siblings, and they didn't make the effort to stay together and stay in connection. And my aunt Lynette, who passed away also years ago, my five cousins moved out here to California. But anyways, so if you have a close family, that is fabulous. Like my wife's family, they're all very close and God fearing people and lovers, and just very very genuine people. And if you do or don't have that, like we didn't have that, I didn't have that, as a young adult. And I know other brothers I have don't have that with their family, and hopefully you may have that. But that's true. That's like the true meaning of Christmas, is having a really close family, and remembering that today is Jesus' birthday. And but it's gotten so commercialized that you feel obligated to where you have to dump. I mean, and I'm guilty of it. I'm, like I said, I'm a hypocrite at the end of the day. I mean, my son, well, daughter at the time, my son's a transgender, where you know Ashley, now Ace, is that kid got everything for her Christmas, and my nieces and nephews get everything that they want for Christmas. But it was just such a strain and so stressful, um, to put up a tree and decorate and go shopping and get together for the holidays. And a lot of people get stressed out over that. But to be honest, like I said, I mean, thank you so much for your concern, and the text messages, and just everything. Go get it. Go get it. Um, but man, I mean, just to not even have to worry about that, and budget a few $1,000s to buy gifts for people and everything else. And my wife and a bunch of nurses in her clinic, and the MAs, the medical assistants, that um, all donate, and they do kids every year at the hospital, where they have families that aren't, they're not well off, or they're just, they don't have a great Christmas, so they do this charity thing where they put X amount of dollars in, and they buy presents for the kids, and they have a list of what the ages of each kid in the family and what they would like, or whatever the case is, and then they buy these gifts, and then they wrap them, and they provide a great Christmas for kids, right? Because at the end of the day, it really is truly about kids. I mean, what a great feeling to know that this guy comes in a sleigh with reindeer, and he gives gifts, um, and how many kids, like when I was a kid, like you just look forward towards Christmas, like, oh my God, it's just like the best thing ever. But anyway, it's great for things like that. And my wife, she went on a Harley ride for Toys for Tots or whatever, and um, so it really is about the kids at the end of the day. But we parents and we adults really should look at, like, what is the true meaning of Christmas. And I guess when you're sitting in a hotel in Selma, California, you kind of think, um, you reflect a lot, right? Like as kids, we always had great Christmases. Um, but I told my cousin when they reached out to me about my cousin Andrea that passed away, and I said, it's very, very unfortunate that we weren't close, or we were very close as kids, but we're not close as adults. And like when somebody dies or whatever, they say, oh, cousin Andrea died, and we know her from name, but we don't know her from love, um, and my wife and her family have brought me closer to God, and you know, um, so I guess it's one of those things where if you know God in name, but you don't know Him from love, and I'm not trying to make it like a biblical thing or a religious thing, but um, I guess it's times like this that you look at and you reflect and you're like, what is it all about? What is Christmas all about? What is Easter all about? So when I was watching this thing on History Channel, the Bible, um, like, why was Jesus arrested? He was arrested for blasphemy and this and that. So a lot of people don't know that, and I didn't know that. I didn't know that April or Easter was for the resurrection and everything else. So, but anyway, so I guess, and another thing. So I was talking to my wife one day weeks ago, actually probably a month ago, and I said, why is it that George Washington is such a prominent figure in our lives, right? Like, if God is our creator, right, and Jesus was his son, and he sent his son, um, and Clyde, stop. Um, and his son was basically, massacred for our sins. Why is God and Jesus not a prominent figure in our lives, but George Washington and Abraham Lincoln are? Anyways, it's just something to think about, and I'm not going to get like that in depth because I'm very ignorant to the fact as well. But anyways, so you got to ask yourself the same thing, like, what is the whole meaning of Christmas? Um, Clyde, oh, bow-legged ass, Mr. Tough Guy, oh, bow-legged ass. What are you doing over there, Bubba? Anyways, so I just wanted to say thank you for the 1,000 subscribers. I hope everybody has a great Christmas, and a happy New Year. And thank you so much for the support and everything else. And But yeah, just ask yourself, a couple simple questions like, what is the true meaning of Christmas? Why has it become so commercialized? And if you believe in God or not, whatever the case is, just start asking yourself a few little basic things like, why is it so important that I give my child $1,000, and for Christmas presents, or that you're so stressed out this time of year? I mean, you have to kind of ask yourself that. But anyways, now I'm just babbling. But I just want to say Merry Christmas to everybody. Have a Happy New Year, and thanks again for the 1,000 subscribers, and thank you so much for the texts and the comments in the comment section. And I love all you guys, and thank you so much.